welcome back to the 12 Days of Christmas at the Crochetcakes podcast. We hope that you've been enjoying these little videos, and I guess all that's left to say is today's the 8th day of Christmas, and
Happy 8th day of Christmas.
And that means that on the
8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Now you've already seen what we've given each other for the previous days, and we already said that this is not cumulative, so it's going to be only what we could think of for 8 maids of milking.
So that was a bit hard, because what candies can you give milk duds? I'm not a big fan of milk duds.
No.
Mom isn't either, so that kind of ruled out the milk duds. And I just thought, well, why don't we make a
I thought about cheese.
Yeah, I like cheese. 8 different types of cheese. There's an idea for you guys. 8 different types of cheese.
Well, it's the holidays. Sometimes you can get those packs where it's like a pie and it's cut up into little slices.
Yeah.
But anyway, we decided to do this one together and to give each other the same thing.
Yep. So we made a tres leches cake, which is a cake that neither of us actually enjoys a lot.
But it is a typical cake made at Puerto Rican festivities during the holidays. If you know anything about the tres leches cake, tradition comes more from Mexico, I believe. We've adopted it here, and it's just a pound cake or a sponge cake.
Or an angel food cake. Sometimes
really?
Sometimes I've seen American recipes where they just make an angel food cake. Traditionally, it's a sponge cake, which is one of the reasons I don't really like a tres leches cake. It's not that I don't like a sponge cake. I love sponge cake. But I'll put the website right here so you guys can read. Go for the milk mixture, because for the cake we just made the traditional cake we always make for Christmas. I believe I covered that.
We always make for birthdays and holidays.
Yeah.
It's called ponque puertorriqueño. It's a Puerto Rican pound cake, actually, that they turn into a birthday cake by soaking it in some type of liquid. And so this time we soaked it in milk mixture. So
I just picked a mixture that had coconut milk, and because traditionally sometimes people put heavy cream, condensed milk, and evaporated milk, but since you put heavy cream on top to make the whipped cream, I just didn't like the idea of having double whipped cream in the cake. So I went for coconut milk, and in chowhound.com the mixture that they used was 1 can of condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk, 2/3 cups of evaporated milk, and a 1/2 cup of coconut milk. So that's what I threw on the cake after I poked it full of holes, a ridiculous amount of holes with a toothpick. Then I thought they weren't big enough, so I used a fork, and I put it in the refrigerator overnight to just soak up all that milk. And
because it's best eaten cold. Number one, especially because it's got milk in it, and you don't want to leave it at ambient temperature, especially not in the tropics. So let's see what it tastes like. So will you join us for a slice of, we're going to just share a slice. But we haven't had any breakfast, so it's going to be a mega slice.
I should have just made sense. I thought you could cut it into 4 equal pieces, and then I could take one to Edison, because he likes the tres leches. Well, I see a big failure already. It didn't soak all the way through. So
it's not as soggy as a lot of the cakes are. A lot of the cakes have the liquid streaming over it, but it's because we used a pound cake instead of a sponge cake. So let's see how we did for the 8th day of Christmas.
I think I should have poked more holes in the middle, because in the middle it didn't reach the center. Pero sabe a coquito. I think I failed, but
well, thanks for joining us for this 8th day of Christmas, and hoping your day is a fabulous one. And come back. We've still got a couple of days to go and a couple of surprises for you. So, happy 8th day of Christmas!